Lovely. So lie out. Let all thoughts of moving out into the world, child's camps, running around, getting busier as the summer moves on and we move out into a new phase next week. Oh my God. So let all that go, because we have this space, we have this hour together. And just allow your whole body now to rest on the ground. Coming into this moment, how's the body? Have a quick scan of your own physical body. Notice any tightnesses, any aches and pains, any sensations. And if you need to adjust your position for the next few moments, feel free to bend your knees and lean your knees on each other, or just find a nice comfortable position for yourself here for the next few moments to just completely let go and fall into this moment, fall into this time, this place. Feel your body 100% supported on the ground. Your back flat on the ground, your shoulders on the ground, your head rested on the ground, your buttocks, no strain on your back and your hips, your feet flat on the ground. And just simply find your breath. Notice how you're breathing. Notice the breath as it comes in and out through the body. How are you doing this morning? How is the breath? Our true home is in the present moment. To live in the present moment is a miracle. The miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the green earth in the present moment. To appreciate the peace and beauty that are available now. Peace is all around us, in the world and in nature, and within us, in our bodies and our spirits. Once we learn to touch this peace, we will be healed and transformed. It's not a matter of faith. It is a matter of practice. It's a prayer or a poem from Thich, Nhat, Hanh, really beautiful teacher. Peace is all around us, in the world and in nature, and within us. So see if you can touch peace within yourself. We often focus on any tight areas, areas of tension, areas of pain or discomfort. Take a moment to find parts of you that feel peace. It might be in the minutest cell of your right thumb, your knee, your belly. Find places in your body now that aren't calling out to you, that are in peace. Begin to know this peace inside you. That waits for you to turn towards it. Keep finding more places in your body, maybe even in your mind, that know this peace. And we don't have to solve all the problems of the body, all the problems of the world, all the problems of our families, or our stories, our arguments. This peace lives within us 100% of the time. We don't need to wait for everything to be resolved and fixed, because truth is it never will be. But this peace always lives inside us. You can trust this place. And as you deepen your breath this morning, allow that deepened breath to extend the feeling, the sensation of peace throughout your whole body, as though a wish for peace or an extension of this peace through all the tightness, any aches and pains, sending it all the way through your body with this deepened breath. And let the exhale be a letting go of any place that is not feeling at peace. Breathing in, extending that peace through the whole body. Breathing out, softening and releasing and welcoming in any of those places that don't feel at peace. Take one more deepened breath. And releasing. Maybe there's a sigh this time on the exhale. Letting your breath come back to normal. And let's begin a gentle movement from that place. So if your knees aren't bent already, I'm going to invite you to bend the left knee and stretch out the right leg long in front of you. Bring your hands around that right knee, hugging it into your chest. Nice and gently, just as much as is comfortable. Maybe you can feel the breath of your belly on your thigh. The extension of your hip, your thigh, your back, stretching it out. It's really supportive stretch for your back. Taking 2 breaths here, and on the exhale again, seeing if you can soften into this, releasing any tension around the hip area or around the lower back. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. As you breathe out, relax that right leg, hugging the left into the chest. Moments to settle that, feeling that left thigh into the belly, feeling the breath as you breathe in, extending the belly, breathing out, gently hugging that knee into the chest. Nice gentle stretch for your back, opening up into your buttocks. Take 2 more breaths here, breathing in. On the exhale, releasing any tightness or tension that you're feeling here. 1 more breath. And release. Releasing your both foot soles back down onto the mat. Just feeling your feet now on the mat. Feeling how your buttocks feel, how your back feels. We're going to do a gentle pelvic tilt here. So as you breathe in, the belly arches slightly and the pelvis tilts forward. And as you breathe out, the belly goes to the spine and the spine goes into the earth, complete flat back on the earth. So breathing in, so this is just a slight tilt on the pelvis here as you breathe in and out, arching the back on the in-breath, back sinking into the earth on the exhale, allowing a gentle rotation of the hips. So discover this movement for yourself for the next few breaths. And if anybody remembers that Ujjayi breath, you're welcome to try that out as you breathe in and out here with this pelvic tilt. Slowing down your movement, marrying the movement with the breath. Two more here. On your next exhalation, just rest the body, rest the shoulders, the face, the chest, the belly onto the mat, switching all the muscles off. And how can we stay in the present moment? How can we... It's such a tough one to try and remember to do that when, you know, our whole being is like, what's next? What's next? What's the next move? What's the next breath? What's the next thought? How would it be to be right here, right now, in this moment? Can we be in joy here in this fully supported, earthed position? Let's move up into the bridge, a nice gentle bridge to start off, loosening up the back. So bringing both your feet flat on the mat next to your buttocks. Hands down by your side, palms facing the ground. So pushing both feet into the mat and all sides of the feet, so the sides of the feet and the toes and the heels. Taking a breath in, pushing your bum up, pushing the knees away, pushing your shoulders and your hands into the ground, opening up into the chest here. Breathing out gently, bringing your body back onto the mat, releasing your back, releasing your buttocks and your hips, releasing any effort. Let's do that again. So breathing in, pushing the hands, feet, lifting up the hips, pushing the shoulder blades together behind, pushing up into the belly, lifting the belly up, knees away, hands flat on the ground, so the hands and the feet and the shoulders supporting you here. Take a breath in and out here. And on the exhale, gently coming back down. So we're going to do two more of these in your own breath now. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, slowly coming back down, gently landing everything on the ground. And last one, breathing in. Pushing into the ground. Let's hold this for another couple of breaths here. So bringing your hands towards your heels, can you bring your shoulder blades together? Can you lift your chest up a little bit higher? Keeping your head nice and straight here, mindful of the neck. Knees pushing away to the wall straight in front of you. Let's take another breath in here. Lifting and opening. And one more breath here. And gently releasing on the exhale, releasing the shoulder blades, releasing each of the vertebrae of your back down onto the ground, releasing your buttocks onto the ground. And just letting everything surrender, relax down into the earth. Taking a breath here. On your next breath, you're going to take your feet off the mat, bring your hands onto your knees, and just get a nice gentle rotation here. Gently opening your knees, making circles of your knees. Or sorry, you're opening up your hips here. Circling the knees around as much as is comfortable for you. And you can do this on the breath, breathing in as the knees are away, breathing out as you bring the knees up towards your chest. So let's do 3 breaths here. Slowing down the movement to match your breath. At the end of that 3rd breath, changing directions, breathing in as the knees are going away from you, breathing out as you bring the knees towards you. 1 breath. 2, 3. And one more time, hugging both knees into the chest. Loosening out the back of the hips. And you can sway from side to side here, just rock from side to side. Just beginning to open up the back body as well. Nice breath in and out with a sigh. Lovely. Release your feet back down onto the mat. We're going to roll all the way over up to sitting. So if you have a block or a rolled up blanket, something like that to sit on, or a cushion, or maybe you're comfortable flat on the ground, let's find a nice sitting position. I might get a bit closer to you. So we've done this move many times before. It's a beautiful way for opening the heart and moving the body at the same time. So hands sitting gently on your heart center. Feeling the thumbs right up against that heart center. Let's take a breath in here, lifting up into the heart center, lifting up the ribs. Breathing out. One more time, breathing in, lifting the heart to meet the hands. Breathing out. Lovely. And on your next breath in, and if you know this, you're welcome to have your eyes closed, or else just follow me for the first few. So breathing in, our hands stretched. Breathing out, we're going to open those palms back behind us, bring our shoulder blades together. Breathing in, hands down to the ground, pushing into the earth, lifting up the ribs, the belly, opening up the chest, looking up, shoulder blades coming back together behind. Breathing out, folding forward, hands forward, head down. And then bringing the hands back up through the body, reaching all the way up on the in-breath, and exhale, coming down. So let's do that on the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. One more guided one. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. Breathing in all the way through the body. Breathing out, hands back to your heart. We're going to continue for 2 more. I'm just going to invite you to move and breathe at your own pace. And again, if you can close your eyes and really go inside as you follow this movement. Here we go. back to the heart center. Just rest here for a moment, keeping those eyes closed. Find your breath here again. Soften the eyes, the shoulders, soften the belly. Relax your sit bones on the ground or on the cushion. Just noticing how you're doing here now. And relaxing your hands down. Now if you take that cushion out of underneath me, it's a bit easier to do butterfly with that without it. So you may need it, but so bring your foot soles together in front of you. So it doesn't matter where they are, bring them as close as is comfortable. And maybe take a moment to just feel those feet, maybe giving those feet a little massage as well. Just give the feet a little squeeze here, the heels, the soles of the feet, maybe all the way out to the toes, and the front of the feet. We're going to interlace the fingers around the toes if that's comfortable, or you can have your hand on your ankles, whatever's comfortable. We're going to try and sit up nice and tall here, the knees nice and wide, or as wide as is comfortable, and we're going to flap these butterfly wings. So again, you're welcome to close your eyes, go inside as you just begin to gently, there's no huge effort here, it's really just meeting that really nice bounce in the knees here. And if your knees are up high, that's fine. Just meeting yourself wherever you are here. Gently allowing the knees to flap, these butterfly wings to fly. See if you can lift your spine so it's nice and tall. Lift up your chest, shoulders away from the ears. And take one more breath here, in and out. And releasing that. And we're going to take that right leg, hold on to the right foot if it's comfortable, if you can manage this, and bringing your hands around that knee as though we're cradling this baby in our arms, this knee. And we're just going to begin rotating that knee around. So this is really beautiful for opening up into the hips. If you have any tight hips, this is a nice gentle way of doing it. So it doesn't matter how big or small this circle is, just rotating around nice and gently. When you're ready, changing the direction, rotating in the opposite way. And for some, maybe you can make quite a big rotation. For others, it's just a nice gentle one. For me, it's a gentle one this morning, so you decide what your hip needs. Lovely, and relax that down. And we're going to take that right leg, we're going to stretch it long on the mat. Again, see if you can remove any fleshy bits from your sit bones. If you're lucky enough to have them, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to take a breath in, reaching up, and turn to face that outstretched leg. And on the exhale, just bringing your hands down onto the legs, wherever they land. So bending at the waist here, or at the hips rather, and bring your hands wherever they land on the foot. Maybe they go all the way down to the toes. It doesn't matter. We're just opening up this really nice forward bend here. Let's take a breath into the belly. And as we breathe out, pulling that belly back into the spine, seeing if we can tilt a little bit more. Letting your hands rest at the knees or wherever in your legs they land. See if you can relax that leg, the outstretched leg. On your next breath, see if you can relax the left leg, the left knee. It has a tendency, certainly for my body, to lift. So see if you can soften into that other knee as well. Taking one more breath here. On the exhale, soften a little bit more. Maybe that allows you to bring your body a little closer to the leg. Feeling the back of the leg stretch here now as well. One more breath here. Exhaling. Gently releasing that. Slowly coming all the way up. Taking a breath in. So that right leg, we're going to lift that right leg, bringing it all the way across the opposite knee. Now if this is really tight, can be really tight on people's knees. You can release the bottom leg, which will really release the tightness. So you find the position that's comfortable for you. We're going to do a little twist here. So with the bottom leg stretched or bent, find your position for yourself. So we're going to take that left hand, wrap it around, so the opposite hand wrapping around the opposite knee. So my left hand around my right knee, my right hand behind, lifting up from the belly, lifting up the spine, and gently begin to turn over to the right hand side. And you'll notice quite a strong stretch on your outer thigh and hip here. As you breathe in a nice tall spine. Breathing out, see if you can soften and twist a little bit more. And see if you can release the hips onto the ground as well on that exhale. Sending love to those tight hips. I think we all have them. Sending a little bit more love down to these hips. And releasing that gently, releasing that right hand, then the left hand. Just take one more moment of just sitting up nice and tall. And gently releasing that right leg. Oh, that's done a lot of work. We're going to go back into butterfly just to loosen up that hip a little bit more again. And you might feel a difference now between your right and your left hip. And releasing that, we're going to take that left leg. Let's give it a bit of TLC. So we're going to start with that rotation of the hip again here. Again, concentration on really circling the knee here, which will circle the hip as well. Again, finding your own position here. Maybe it's a big circle or a small circle, whatever feels good here for you. You're ready, changing direction. Nice and easy on your hips. Loosening and opening up. Lovely. You're ready, releasing that, stretching that leg long. You can bring the right leg closer to your body if that's comfortable. And let's start by sitting up nice and tall. So breathing in, we're going to reach those hands up again, lifting up from the side, lifting up from the sit bones, turning over to the left, taking a nice breath in here, breathing out, bending at the hips and bringing the hands down. Wherever they land is fine, dropping your head down towards your knee as well. For Jews, if you can get your head all the way down, that's not the purpose. It's not there's no need for that kind of a bend. Just bringing your head towards in the direction of that leg. If your hands touch your toes, that's fine, but it's not necessary. Let's take a few breaths here. And as you breathe out, see if you can relax the back of that leg, the outstretched leg. Taking another breath in, can you relax the opposite knee that's bent? Taking another breath in here, can you relax your body so that it falls over just a little bit more, a few more millimeters? Pushing your heel away, bringing your toe towards you, stretching out the back of the leg here. One more breath. And nice and slowly coming out of that forward fold, sitting up nice and tall. And again, we're going to take that outstretched leg and bring it across the bent knee. Sitting up nice and tall here again. And if that's really tight on your knees or your hips, you're welcome to straighten that bottom leg. So whatever is comfortable for you here, really respect your own body telling you what it needs. So we're going to have opposite hand and knee. So that right hand is going to wrap around that left knee. Left hand comes behind, lifting up from the belly, lifting up the spine. Taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, begin to twist over to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Let's take a few breaths here. So we're going to breathe in all the way from the earth, up through with the tailbone, through the spine, all the way up to the neck, to the top of the head. Lifting a nice long, strong vertical line here. And as you breathe out, can you soften the belly? Soften the neck and begin to turn over to the left. Take a breath in. Can you release that outer hip here? Soften into it. Taking one more breath in here and out. Oh, gently taking a breath in, coming back to the front, release that leg out, and let's come back into butterfly one more time. You'll see how it feels now. Have you got more space in your knees or your hips? A little bounce here. Lovely. Stretching those legs long. And just give your legs a little shake. Loosening up into the legs there. When you're ready, we're going to roll all the way over. And we're going to come up to standing. Lovely. Giving your body a little shake as we're coming up to standing on 2 feet. So we're going to start just shaking out that, really enjoying this movement. So it's shaking out one leg and one hand, throwing them away. Giving them a good shake. It's a balance as well, so that's all good for us. Finding the wobbles. And relax that down. Let's do the opposite side. Shaking those ankles and wrists. All shaking the knees, even shaking the hips here, the arm sockets, the elbows. Everything just gets shook. And releasing that down. Having a little bend in the knee. Find a little shake in the body. So allow, it's almost as though you're allowing a wave coming all the way through the body, through the knees, through the thighs, through the hips and belly, allowing the belly to wobble, the chest, the shoulders, the hands, and just let your head shake a little bit as well. Just close your eyes and just feel that wave traveling through the body. And if you're lucky enough, like me, to have a few things to wobble, let the flesh wobble, because it's like the flesh can be your own massage therapist. Allowing the flesh to massage the bones here, release the muscles. If there's a little giggle here, giggle away. It helps the wobbling as well. Just close your eyes and fall into this movement. See if you can release your buttocks, release your hips. Can you feel the flesh around your thighs, massaging your thigh bones? You feel the flesh in your belly relaxing and releasing. Let your sound out for a few breaths, knowing it's safe, nobody can hear you. One more breath here. Fabulous. This is such an amazing way for just getting rid of any tension and tightness and that agitation that we often can feel in our bodies. So just have a little side to side stretch. You can maybe have your feet a little wider apart so that when you go to one side, the opposite heel can come off the ground. So this is a whole body movement. I'm going to turn the other direction. And what's really nice here is that you can use your hands to give your front body and your back body a little massage or a little touch, a little tap. So it's lovely for the kidneys and the heart here. So the heart center can get a lovely tap, that thymus gland, and also those kidneys that as we get older, the kidney chi can often get a little bit weaker. So a little tap is really good for that. And letting that settle. And let's give it a massage, a little bit more massage. So make fists of your fingers. I'm going to turn around here. Just place your hands just at that space between your buttocks and your back, so that little dip in your back, and just give your kidneys a little massage. Moving around to finding out where it feels good here. I hope you can still hear me with my back to the microphone. You can see me anyway. Just enjoying this, warming the kidneys, maybe the sides. Just bringing your hands there, letting your hands rest there for a moment, feeling the heat at the back of the hands there in your kidneys. Beautiful. Releasing the hands. And just know that you can come back to this. Anywhere you feel tightness or sore in your body, just bringing your hands or even your intention or your breath there can really be, we can be our own self-healers here. Fully believe that. So let's start our Tadasana, stretching our feet, toes, lifting up our heels, whole foot now on the ground, the sides of the feet, front of the feet, toes and heels. Gentle bend in the knees, shoulders relaxed, belly lifted, sides lifted. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to bend the knees a little, stretch the hands wide, reaching up, hands come together, left hand underneath the right, and we're going to bring that energy all the way down through the body on the exhale. So it's really nurturing one. So we're opening to the earth, all the elements all around us, reaching up to the heavens and pulling all of that beautiful energy down through the body. So being nurtured from heaven and earth. So we'll do the 3 more with the breath. Breathing in. One more. This time we're going to bring the hands together and palm, coming down through that front body, begin to bend at the hips. We're going to go down into a beautiful forward fold. Nice bent knees here, dropping the head towards the ground, releasing the shoulders, releasing the head and the neck here. And you can keep as much of a bend in your knees as is comfortable. But push the feet into the ground, push the heels into the ground, the toes. Let's take a couple of breaths here, just falling over, dropping all the stuff, all the thoughts out from your head and sending them down into the earth. She'll take care of everything. Release the shoulders. And this is a really, if anybody's got a tight neck, this is a really safe way to stretch the neck because you don't have the weight of the head. So moving the neck around, finding a nice stretch for the neck here. Maybe nodding, like making this a yes shape and a no shape. When you're ready, going to bend those knees a little bit more, push into the ground, roots to rise, as they say in other yoga classes. Breathing in and out, back to center. Beautiful. Let's do a few more of those. More of a flow. I'll turn to the side. Might be easier to see. Hands on your chest. Rooting your feet into the ground. Soft bend in the knees. Let's take a breath in, reaching up and back, opening up. Breathing out, bending from the waist, soft knees, forward fold. Let's breathe in, halfway lift, hands onto the knees, shoulders away from the ears, nice flat back, lifting the belly up to the spine, head, just natural extension of the spine. Take a breath in and out here, pushing the back of the heels into the ground here, the bum goes back. Taking one more breath in here, breathing out, we're going to fold forward, breathing in, pushing into the ground, reaching up and back. Let's do that again, breathing in, reaching up and back, opening, breathing out, folding forward, dropping the head, breathing in, halfway lift, breathing out, folding forward, breathing in, pushing into the ground, reaching up and back. Standing up nice and tall, releasing the buttocks, softening into the knees, lifting the ribs, the belly, open the heart here as we look forward. Strong, tall body. I'm going to add the chair pose in here. Really great for strengthening the core, strengthening the legs. So breathing in, reaching up and back. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, folding all the way down. Bringing the hands behind you, pushing into the feet, bending deep into the knees, allowing the buttocks and the bum to fall down. Reaching the hands straight forward. Taking a breath here. And then seeing if the lifting the belly up, see if the lifting the belly and the ribs can lift the hands a little bit higher up and your gaze is in between the hands. One more breath here. Breathing out, folding forward again. Breathing in, pushing into the hands, reaching up and back. Beautiful. Let's do another chair. We'll turn to the other side. Breathing in, reaching up and back. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, folding forward. Bending into the knees, hands behind, pushing into the feet. Bending into the knees, dropping the bum. Reaching up, looking up between the hands. Lifting that belly up. Lifting the ribs, lifting the heart and looking up between the hands. Pushing the feet, the heels, the feet into the ground. Let's take 2 more breaths here. On the next exhalation, well done. Coming all the way down, folding forward. Pushing into the ground. Reaching all the way up. And back down, well done. Giving you another legs, a little shake here. Chair is really, really strong on the legs, great for grounding and great for supporting and lifting that core as well. The heat is, is building in my body. So just one more standing pose before we get to lie down. So if you come to the front of your mat, actually I'll come to this side because that'd be easier. And we're going to do warrior 1, really beautiful warrior. So bringing that right foot back behind you, left foot in front. We're going to have a bend in that left knee. So take a breath in as you reach up, bending that front knee, keeping that back leg nice and straight. And that back heel, making sure that back heel is flat on the ground. Toes are pointing forward. Reaching up the hands, and if it's comfortable to look up between the hands as well. Let's breathe out, coming back down. You need to adjust your position to stretch out your feet a little bit more or have them wider just for your comfort. We're going to do that again. Breathing in, reaching in, bending into that front knee. And that knee shouldn't go past the heel, so if you need to make an adjustment there. It's really strong here on that back leg. One more breath here. And as you breathe out, if you'd like to just lean forward, bringing your hands forward, come up onto the tippy toes behind, and we're going to lift off that back leg. Trusting that the right leg or the left leg is going to hold us here, pushing the ground away from us. And actually bringing the hands back towards the legs can be often an easier way to stay here. And if you're coming up and down and you're wobbling, it's all good. And when you're ready, dropping that back leg down, reaching up last time. And relax. Well done. Let's take the opposite side. So bringing that left leg back, right leg forward. So that left leg is also facing forward or facing the corner of the mat. Let's take a breath in. And as we breathe out, right foot bends, hands come up. And again, if you need to make an adjustment with your feet, pushing both feet into the ground here. Back heel pushing into the ground, feeling that stretch in the back of the legs. This really helps support the heart as well, helps the pumping of the blood by strengthening the muscles at the back of the legs here. Breathing in, looking up between the hands. Breathing out, straightening up. We'll come into that one more time. If you need to make an adjustment with your feet, do that. Take a breath in, reaching up, bending that front knee. Warrior one. Lifting the belly, lifting the ribs, opening up into the armpits and looking up between the hands if you have the balance to do that. And hold it for one more breath, dropping the hip down. And as we release the hands, we're going to put all our weight into that front foot and begin to take the back leg off the ground. We can take it really slowly, lifting that back leg off the ground. We can bring our hands behind us or straight in front. See if you can square off the hips here. And one more breath. And if you're wobbling and shaking and falling in and out of this, great. It's all part of the fun. And when you're ready, coming back, reaching up last time. And hands coming down. Turn both feet to face the front. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And we're going to bend forward. Pushing the belly in and allowing the heart to fall forward. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, folding forward. One more, breathing in. And breathing out, folding forward. Allow your hands to drop, allow your knees to bend. Start bringing your heels in towards the body, and we're going to come down into a squat. A nice wide squat, giving yourself a nice strong base here. Drop the bum down, have the elbows between the knees. See if you can bring your palms together, lifting up the belly, lifting up the heart, dropping the hips down, dropping the buttocks down. Lovely. And your knees can be really nice and wide here, and your feet can be really nice and wide. And it doesn't matter if your heels can hit the ground or not. Take one more breath here. And breathing out. And relax those legs. See if you can grab your cushion or your block again. I'll just do a nice neck movement as our last movement to loosen up the neck. So take a moment here just to sit and come back to that stillness that we found at the beginning of the class as we were lying down. So feel your legs on the ground, your hips, your buttocks. Lift your heart, lift your belly, your ribs, shoulders away from the ears. You can have your hands facing upwards on your lap, eyes closed. Just take a moment to go inwards. How are you doing? Can you find the stillness and the peace in this position? Can you find the parts of your body that are happy and at peace right now? And they might be hard to find because they're not the parts of the body that shout out at you. Journey through your own body. Use your imagination. Use your senses. So if we can find this place lying down, we can now find this place sitting up also. So we can begin to find this place. Any time of the day, any place. Let's take a nice breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to drop that chin down to the chest, stretching the back of the neck, relaxing the shoulders, allowing the weight of the head to stretch the muscles like a dumbbell, like a weight, stretching the back of the neck and all the way down the spine. Give it a moment to settle. And a few breaths. What can you let go of here? What can you release here? Let's take a breath in, lifting the head nice and slowly, meeting any tightness in the neck as you lift your chin up towards the ceiling, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, feeling that stretch all the way through from your chin to your throat, all the way down the center line of your body. And even if you open and close your mouth here, you can feel a stronger stretch. You can try that. And gently on the exhale, bring the chin back to straight, horizontal to the ground. Take a breath in, dropping the head over to the right ear meeting the right, or going towards the right shoulder. They won't meet. They might have a conversation over there. And feeling that stretch on the left hand side of your neck. So being really mindful now that you don't stretch the neck too much here, just meeting any tightness, and you're welcome to bring your head forward or back wherever it needs, wherever it feels good, just to feel into tightness there without pushing or stretching too much, just meeting it. Take a couple of breaths here. Sending some comfort and love to these tight necks of ours. And the next inhalation, nice and slowly bringing the head back to center. Readjust the chin so it's nice and level with the ground again. Take a breath in, dropping the head over to the opposite side. Left ear towards the left shoulder, having that conversation. And how's the right hand side of the neck? All the way down from the jawline, all the way through the neck into the shoulder. And where is it tighter? The side, the front or the back? Just allow your head to gently discover it. Maybe you can tilt your head forward or back. Again, being very gentle here, the neck, you can pull it so easily. So just meeting any, just making it feel good. You know, that nice stretch where it goes, oh. One more breath here. Slowly bring the head back to center. And just get that sense of finding that comfortable point where the head is sitting really nicely on the spine. A lot of our neck strain comes from, well, for me, for jutting the head forward on the go, on the phone, on the on the computer. So maybe just rotating the neck around until you find it sits really nice and comfortably on the top of the spine. And just remember that feeling, of a supported neck. And it has a big weight to support in the head and in the brain. See if you can find that good spot. Find your breath here. Let's do 3 nice long yogic breaths here. So as we breathe in, we breathe down deep into the belly, filling the ribs, the chest, then releasing from the chest, the ribs and the belly. So 3 nice long slow yogic breaths. And release. You're welcome to release the body as well. Releasing everything back down onto the mat for Shavasana. If you want a blanket or socks, whatever you need. Let's release the whole body down onto the ground. Nice long sigh as you reach the ground. Stretching the heels away, the legs are nice and wide apart. And then relax the legs, relax the feet outwards. Bring the hands either side of the body, palms facing upwards. Loosening the shoulders here. Feel the back of your head rested into the ground. Whole body resting now. Take a while to settle that body. Maybe you need to make an adjustment. And find your breath here again. How's your breath now? How does your body feel now? How are your thoughts? How's your mind? And even though we're coming toward the end of the class and your body and your brain, everything knows this, can you give yourself completely to this Shavasana? Can you rest your head into the ground? You soften your shoulders, feeling the shoulder blades on the ground beneath you. Can you relax your hands, your arms, your elbows, your fingers, the palms of your hands? Can you come back up through your arms into your chest? Feel the breath come into the chest, and as you breathe out, allow your back to sink into the ground. Allow the lungs to soften, the ribs to soften. Let each vertebrae down your spine relax and fall into the ground, releasing any tightness around your back, all the way down into your buttocks, your hips, your pelvis, this whole pelvic bowl now. And release the kidneys that we massaged earlier on, and all the internal organs of this body, the heart and the lungs, the liver, spleen, the kidneys, the appendix if you still have it, the pancreas, the womb, ovaries if you still have those, or the spaces where they've been. Whole torso now relaxed into the ground. And coming down into your buttocks, your hips, your genitals, releasing everything now. Releasing the hips, releasing the legs, feeling where the thighs meet the hips and softening that joint there. Softening into the thighs, the knees, the backs of the legs, the ankles, the heels, the toes. Falling into the earth for the next few moments. Deepen your breath a little, bringing more breath all the way down your body, down into your toes and feet. Let's begin to wriggle your toes, stretching your heels away, stretching your toes away, moving your feet from side to side, bringing your breath all the way down into the palms of your hands and your fingers, moving your hands and fingers around. And bring your breath all the way into your belly, your heart. Gently moving your head from side to side, waking up this body. Full deep breath now all the way through the body, and as you breathe out, let it out with a sigh. We're going to interlace those fingers, stretching them long over the body, taking a breath in, stretching the heels away, stretching the fingers away. Hold for a moment and release. Whoa. One more, breathing in, reaching up, interlacing the fingers, pointing the palms away, breathing in, reaching and stretching the toes away, long body, long side body. And release. Give your body a little shake, and you're welcome to roll over onto one side. Take a pause there for a moment. Just notice how you're doing right now. Shavasana is such a powerful asana to help us integrate all that we learn through our asana practice, through our breath practice. You're ready, rolling all the way up, coming back to sitting. You have a cushion or a block or a blanket, just to sit a little higher up to get the bum a little higher up so you can sit up nice and tall. Lovely to see you popping back up. Bring our hands back to the heart center. Let's take a breath in and out here. And I'd like to offer 3 ohms to finish the class, and you're welcome to join me. I encourage you to join me in the safety and the voice of your own homes, giving it welly, sounding the Om together, breathing in. Dropping the head down into the heart space. The wisdom of the head and the wisdom of the heart together as one. One breath, one heart, one love. Let's take a deep breath in together. Release the hands, gently raising the eyes and the head back into the space. Thank you so much for your practice this morning.